Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. I had someone ask me in an interview before, why do I always say peace and love? And long story short, peace and love is just the best vibration that I can find within myself that brings an energy out of me of just gratitude, simplicity, stillness. Like people can choose the path they want to take on this planet. And I found a lot of different opportunities to where I could decide what life I wanted to have on this planet. And between chaos, whether it's necessary or unnecessary, between where your awareness go all day, between the thoughts that I have all day, between everything that I've experienced in this reality, peace and love is the best for me. Like, I enjoy the feeling of peace where it's just like laughter, calmness, stillness. It might be like some rowdy energy there, but it's still just so much love. So, like, you may be listening to some type of music, but the environment is filled with so much love. So, I have learned from me and my journey on this earth is peace and love. And to a lot of people who haven't achieved that level of understanding or understands that perspective of being, it may come off as, I think I'm better than you. I think I'm just a better person than you are. And the truth is, it's not anything to do with you. My journey has everything to do with me. Whatever I choose for my life is for my life, and whatever you choose for your life is your life. I just really enjoy the energy and vibration of peace and love. It comes with laughter, fun, excitement, joy. It's a different type of excitement, it's a different type of joy. All that chaos, honey, I leave that for the birds. There are people who are living in constant chaos and they think it's fun. That's their business. It's not mine. I don't think living in chaos is fun. Living in so much uncertainty is not fun. Like, I'm cool with the unknown of a day. For example, my office hours are from 9 to 1. I leave time and availability open if I don't have clients to see. So I create a life to where I'm available to live. So I'm cool with like jumping off. Oh, bless me. Bless me. I'm cool with jumping off like into a different plan for the day, but as long as it aligns with the ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to be available to live. And as long as bills and stuff are being cycled through, I need to make sure that I'm living in a right space enough to take care of the things that I need to take care of to live the life that I want to live. So for me, I enjoy living inside of a home versus living in a forest. I've been homeless, I've slept outside, I've been camping, I've done the whole 9 yards, and of all the experiences of living lowly to me to high to me, I found that me being in an open space, luxurious, clean, organized, structured, that works for me. It may not work for other people, and that's okay. Find your people. Don't try to change people. Find the people that align with you. And I'm always in remembrance of that. Don't change people. The people who are for you will attract to you because they will see you. And when they see you, you'll remind them of themselves, and they'll usually say something about it. So I meet people all the time. I'm like, oh, your spirit is so beautiful. Well, it takes a beautiful spirit to know a beautiful spirit, right? And it takes a beautiful spirit to appreciate a beautiful spirit. Let me clarify that. It takes a beautiful spirit to appreciate a beautiful spirit. Because if you don't have a beautiful spirit, you won't appreciate a beautiful spirit. If you don't have if you don't have a negative spirit, you won't appreciate a negative spirit. I don't appreciate anything that's opposite of what I am choosing for my life that creates that vibration of centeredness and love and that foundation of being one with myself, one within myself. That is something so important to me, that I'm always one with myself. I'm always activating my nervous system. And you know what's so beautiful about the nervous system? You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to ignore your nervous system. You can have a feeling and choose to ignore it. And if you ignore it long enough, you'll stop having that feeling. Or you'll stop having the senses connected to feel the feeling. You become a drug to what's being revealed to you yourself. Your own power and your ability to choose is like a drug to cutting off the sensations. It's just like a pain medicine. You become your own pain medicine to the things that your spirit is revealing to you. And your intuition, your gut, that gut feeling, and feeling that you have in your soul and your heart, that's your intuition speaking to you. That's your intuition telling you, communicating to you, we're not safe here. I don't like this environment. Please communicate what is happening. Realize it. Own it. Be honest about it. And if you be honest about it, you'll take time to really examine it. And if you're honest about why do you want to be in that space? Why do you choose to have that experience? Why do you keep showing up to the same places that do not value you? And it took me a long time to get to that point. Like, I recently discovered how important it is to not be in places where you're not valued. You know, this world will make you feel like you need to race against something, even against your own life force. They make you think that you don't have a lot of time on earth. So you don't have a lot of time on earth. So you typically want to get there faster. And so we are also extremely, spoiled as the humans we are. That we want things to go faster. So we build things for our convenience. We build things that make our physical life on this realm faster, more convenient, so we can have more time to do what we love. So it's faster to go by a plane than to go by a boat if you're going across the waters. And the point of getting there faster so you can enjoy more of that space there. So the convenience is not an issue. The issue is the desire to take the most convenient route, even if it goes against who you truly are. And I think a lot of times in my human experience, I found myself going against who I truly am because the convenience of being able to sit with people that I was comfortable with, but actually was outgrowing, actually was uncomfortable with. Uncomfortable with so many different energies that are not aligned with where I'm headed in my journey. And I was still participating with the energy. I was still partaking in that energy. I was still allowing that energy to consume me, to take part of me when I knew that I was so much bigger. I was outgrowing. I remember when I had a smaller place to live and we moved, my family and we moved. And I remember when I was in that smaller location, I couldn't breathe there. I was outgrowing the space. So at the time I was dating someone, and I remember switching everything around in the house. I sold all of my furniture. I sold everything in the main rooms. I didn't sell the bedroom stuff. That was fine. That was cool. It was the living room, the kitchen, just things in the things in the dining area, like just sold the table, chairs, couches. I mean, things that I worked hard to pay off and that I preserved, and it was in excellent shape. Probably sold it for way less than what it was worth, considering the care that I put into it. But it didn't matter. My thing was, I'm going to take the money that I make off this sale, and I'm going to redo my entire living room, kitchen, and dining area. And I did it. And when I did it, it opened up the space more. It opened the house up. It made it more breathable. It was a different construct for me to see, a different perspective. So the walls where we would normally have a TV, and now just had a open space and a mirror. Like, I was moving things and shifting my perspective. And a lot of times we think that we have to do something super drastic in order to shift our perspective, but you can do something as small as change the color of your sheets, change the colors in your pillowcases. You don't have to do like me and sell all of your furniture and use that money you sold your furniture for to get new furniture. And I mean, I sold my furniture for a great penny. I had enough to redo my entire, aesthetics, and it was good for me. And I needed to do that. And now as I partake upon another journey, I found myself doing that in a bigger space that we've been living in. And I've rearranged everything and repurposed everything and, sold things and bought new things and just really changed their aesthetic so much that it doesn't look like the place I've been living in for the last 2 years. And so it is like, or 3 years, or however long it's been. It's been such a phenomenal experience to see this shift and this change, and just it's so breathable. It's when you outgrow something, you literally have to change your environment. You have to change your environment. If you ever taken care of animals before, I have a chicken and a rooster, a chicken, a rooster. I've had fish. I've had a cat. I've had a guinea pig. I've had a hamster. I've had a few different opportunities to take care of different animals. And one thing I know for sure, when it outgrows that space, you have absolutely got to change the environment. And so just like our ancestors, I don't know if you know about the Madu Nature, but the Madu Nature, Matu Nature, or hieroglyphics, what a lot of you may know it as. But the vibrations of those frequencies, our ancestors were studying animals, and they were studying the things that were around them to help them interpret a new level of communication for those who will come after them, so they could experience the land at an easier frequency. So we've always been about making it easier as the new generations come. What has happened in this generation that wasn't happening hundreds, like thousands of years ago, tens and thousands of years ago, we don't care truly about the future, which is the people of the future. We've letting ourselves go so much that we don't care about the people of the future as we make decisions for the future. You have people making decisions for a future that they don't care about because they won't be there. They don't plan on being there. And you have people who have control of the future because they're always there. If you know, you know. And so power, in that tug of war between power on this earth and power between yourself, to have you making decisions that'll put you in a position and take you further away from your spirit. And you'll do things for your ego. Being a human on this planet requires the ego, requires your humanness. It requires you to move your physical legs and you go build something for someone else. A lot of people are building things for other people, and they are writing these things off as a company and an entity. And they're using your energy, and they pay you in the currency for an exchange of that. And many of you know you're not getting paid what you're worth. And so little things like that. And it's just even paying bills for things that you didn't make. Like, they didn't make the water. How are you charging us for water? Right? You charging us to live on a piece of land that you cannot redevelop. You cannot create new land. You can only build on top of it. Fill it in. Dig it out at a certain frequency. You can't go too far. You can only go, like, it's so many parameters. So when you think about those things, I understand the tug of war between choosing your ego and your spirit. And I get it. It's not easy. It's not easy to choose your higher self. And who said it would be? And it doesn't matter. Nothing's easy for real. Right? I mean, the only thing that I found on this planet that's easy is love. And that's not even easy if you want to get down to it. You got to choose to love. You got to choose to love a person in a place where you could hate. You got to choose to love a person in a place where you could choose your ego and your arrogance. I've met so many beautiful souls that shows their deepest and truest colors beneath the surface of their exterior. And immediately I'm recognizing that they're not so beautiful. I met people that you may love. You may think and honor they're so amazing, so beautiful. You may think there are people around you that are so evil. And those people are so beautiful. It's all about your perception, but the perception is shaped based off your energy that you are giving awareness to. What are you putting your awareness? Are you putting your awareness into doubt, fear, calamity, chaos, negative energy, destruction? Are you surrounding yourself with people who don't care if they live or die, so to speak? And I'm talking about not physically living and not being here on earth. I'm talking about they make decisions that slowly eat away at their soul every day. Are you around those type of people? Are you hanging with people who think ill of other people that you love, or think ill of people that that are in this planet, on this planet, and you are just around them and they hate other people from the bottom of their soul. Hate is a choice too. You don't have to hate anyone. You choose to. Because if you really focus on yourself and you focus on yourself so much in your journey of growing and becoming a better version, because humans are literally now a threat to the planet and the planet is upchucking and people trying to leave that are not people, that are people. People are trying to hide, recreate, hope that they don't get hit with the misfits, hoping that they can keep the last greatest alive to be able to duplicate it. Your reality is shifting. Your reality has shifted. We're no longer in the world that you're used to. What you think is important is not important anymore. You know, all those bills you're paying, it's not important. All those people you're loving, it's not important. Wait, don't listen, hear me out. All those children and humans and everything you doing for everybody else is no longer important. You know what's most important right now? Your spirit, your soul. How are you feeding it to thrive? Are you a being, an entity, or a person or human that's supposed to be in a vibration of light and you are living in darkness? When you're consumed with your ego, you're so consumed with your ego that you have no regard to other humans around you. You, my friend, you need to pick a side. You don't get to walk around pretend to be light when you're really darkness, right? You know you're doing things behind closed doors. You know the conversations you're having. You know the things that you're saying. You know what's in your thoughts. Don't nobody know what's in your thoughts but you. The phones can't even record our thoughts fast enough, even if it wanted to. No one knows all of you but you. And you come out here into the world and pretend that you're good people, but you're not good people. So pick a side. If you're a devil, say that. Be that. If you're one of the angels, so to speak, one of the people who you understand how important it is to preserve your excellence, to increase your power, to be in your space of this world is not just about me. My life is only about me. This world is about all of us. Stop being so selfish that you're not selfless. I'm so selfish that I'm selfless. I understand that in order for me to raise my vibrations and maintain them at the highest level, I need to do one or two things. One, I need to go and be a monk and sit on top of the mountains and be amongst other monks who get it. And then don't deal with the regular humans. Don't deal with the people who don't get it. Children who don't get it. People who don't get it. Don't deal with them. Just go and retreat and never return. And I'll always be high, right? Or two, if I choose to live amongst the people, if I choose to live amongst people who think the monks and the energies and the practices that they preserve doesn't mean anything for your life either. If I choose to be amongst the common people, not common people as in you have less or more money than me, or you have a better look or aesthetic than me, or you have more. No, it's not about this external world. I'm talking about the common people. You are clearly following the masses if you are even comparing yourself to anyone other than the person you was yesterday. You're following a construct if you're doing something right now in this moment or in the next few moments, in the next few days, if you're doing things that don't truly align to the essence that you know you are. You are of the masses. So when I say common people, I'm talking about people who follow this world more than they follow their intuition. People who follow the ways of this world more than they follow their gut. People who follow this world more than being honest about what's within them. If you're a devil, say that. And then don't force anyone else into your construct that don't want to play that game. Give people the opportunity to choose you. Don't force nobody to be with you. Don't force your children to follow your way of living. Don't force your and make certain that when you see people that you care about living the life they live, make certain that you see that they genuinely happy. Ask them. Get real with them. You want to know if a person happy for real, if it was working for them, ask them. You can obviously observe yourself and other humans' experiences to see whether or not that is working for them. You know, some people be like, I'm doing me and I'm having fun. But meanwhile, every night they miserable when they go to sleep. You don't see that. Nobody see that. Not even the person, if it's somebody laying in their bed with them, will see that. You only the person who knows your thoughts is you. So if you want to get someone else's thoughts and truth, ask them, are you genuinely happy? Doing what you're doing, is that making you happy? And they'll say yes or no. Whether they're telling the truth or not is not your business. But ask them, give people the chance to choose. That way, if they choose and say, yeah, me taking all these bad drugs is killing me. And I know I've been to the doctor several times, but I'm living my best life. You can't tell me what to do. You can't stop me from doing this. You don't run me. You're not my God. You're not my man or my woman. You don't run me. And even if you had your man and your woman, you would say the same thing. This is ultimately the character that we all display within ourselves, even if we don't say it out loud. That's the energy. You don't run me. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. You can absolutely do that. But as we go through our life, give people the choice to sign up for that. So I tell people who I am in my actions, in my character, in my words. Everything has to align. I just don't say one thing and do another. I show you better than I can tell you. So I'm going to tell you, don't listen to my words. Watch my actions. And I'm going to also do the work to make sure my words align with my actions. If I know I don't want to deal with that vibration, I'm going to say that and I'm going to stand on that. And when people get all down to it, I like to keep people in a position where I'm blameless. I'm blameless. You don't get to blame any of your life on me. Put people in a position to be blamed where you're blameless. Put people in a position where you're blameless in that experience because you've done the work. You've asked the questions. You opened the line of communication. You corrected yourself. You took it in consideration. You were kind, compassionate. The fruits of the spirit. If you want to listen to anything, go study those fruits of the spirit. Kindness and compassion, understanding. You give people the opportunity to choose. And that way, when you walk away from them, because you're going to keep going up, you're not going to let anything stop you from being your best version. So you're going to let go of what no longer serves you. But the power of that space is you gave an opportunity to choose whether or not they wanted to embrace who you were in their space. And you gave yourself the opportunity to choose whether or not you wanted to deal with who they are in your space. Are they adding to you or taking away from you? I like to be added to. My goal on planet Earth is to become more valuable than currency itself. More valuable than a United States dollar itself. The currency that you play with, bitcoins, whatever, to be more valuable than that. How do you achieve that? You understand that none of this stuff in this construct can supersede who you are within yourself and how you show up within yourself in every space that you walk into. You understand who you are. You don't let nothing stop you. You don't let anything, no one, nothing stop you. Be more valuable than a dollar itself. And for some people, this may not be where you are, and that's okay. Don't look at me and say, who does she think she is? No, go in the mirror and say to yourself, who am I? That's what I encourage you to do. Don't worry about nobody else. Y'all spend too many times, too many energies, too many awareness cycles of spending so much energy into other people. Spend it into yourself. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. I'm worried about me so much that I get on this screen and I come and I speak and share what it is that comes through me, that flows through me, the experiences I have. I want to share with you what I've learned. I want to tell you a little bit about how easy it is to be your higher version, to choose your higher self, to choose peace and love, to choose that butterfly feeling, honey. I like the butterfly feeling. I like the butterfly effect. And to me, the best feeling on the planet is with a person that you love intimately. And you got to grow to get to that. You go through your childhood. You go through your teenager space. You go through your young adulthood. Some people find that love in their teenager space. Some people find it in their adulthood. But it takes time to develop who you are and become what you came here to be because you started as a baby. The information is here. You're already who you're going to be, but you got to choose how you're going to develop that version of yourself. You get to choose either you're going to live in heaven on earth or you're going to live in hell on earth. And I've experienced both. And for me in my life, I choose heaven on earth. I choose to not wait until I leave this physical body to enjoy my life. I choose to not wait until I leave this physical body to have peace in my life. I want peace in my life now, and it's peaceful here. It's peaceful where I am. And a lot of people don't have peace. And if it resonates with you, this message resonates with you, please, please embody the energy that you know you came here to be. I'm sharing my knowledge with you and my wisdom, not because I think I'm better than you, because I know you can be better than yourself. You can be better than the version you were yesterday. You had an experience in the past 24 hours. And if you're trying to be what you no longer are, it's going to take you down a road of so much confusion. You have outgrown that version of yourself. Imagine, I like to use the snake as an example right now. And we're going to look at the snake in a positive way. We're going to say the snake is like your kundalini. It's like your spine. And if you look at your spine and you really look at your spinal bone structure, your vertebrae, you will see that it's very similar to a snake. So we're going to use the snake as an example. A snake outgrows its skin over time and it sheds it. So imagine your tailbone stretching spiritually, energetically, or imagine your body and your humanness and your experience. And I'm not talking about your physical body where you gaining weight and losing weight. I'm talking about your unseen, like how your foot grew and it had nothing to do with anything other than you're not 6 years old anymore. So it had to grow to fit that 60-year-old body, that 40-year-old body, that 32, 36-year-old body, whatever. That energy. Imagine it growing and you're still trying to force yourself into a skin that no longer can carry the new one, right? Imagine being a snake crawling out of your skin, shedding it because you've grown a few inches or a few feet, and you're trying to put yourself back in that skin. Come on, that's what y'all do. A lot of us have outgrown places, people, and things, and we try to put ourselves back in that skin. And I had an epiphany today, and I remember for my life and my journey, I don't want to go back into a skin that no longer exists for the character that I am today. I've grown. I've been developed more. I've shed more skin. If I wear a size 9 in shoes, I should not be trying to force myself in a size 6. We try to put our new energy into a place that is no longer able to carry that. If you've ever lived anywhere and you've upgraded and downgraded in sizes of that home structure, you know what it's like living in a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom home to a 3-bedroom, to a 2, to a studio, to you cannot take what's in a 5-bedroom home into a studio apartment. You fill the rooms with stuff unless your home is empty. But you cannot physically take the furniture from every room in a 5-bedroom house, 2 full baths, kitchen, dining, full pantry, laundry. You cannot take all of that to a studio apartment. You used to be studio size, but now you're 5-bedroom. It's giving you grown. It's giving you not who you used to be. And a lot of you are struggling accepting that you're not who you used to be. Let that skin go and step into your new one. That's my message for you today. I love you all. Thank you for tapping in. I appreciate your time and your energy. And I speak that this resonate with someone. And if it doesn't resonate with you, share it with someone who might understand it or appreciate it. You don't have to keep this message. Give it to someone else. But if it's for you, I love you times infinity. Let it go. Let it go. Peace and love.